Hello everyone, today's lesson is lesson 71, fractions, decimals, and percents. So fractions, decimals, and percents are ways to name parts of a whole. Okay, so with this circle, I could say in a fraction form that half of the circle is shaded. I could say the decimal 0.5 of the circle is shaded, or 50% of the circle is shaded. Fractions, decimals, and percents have numerators and denominators, but the denominator isn't always obvious. Okay, so in 1/2, the denominator can be any number other than 0 and is expressed in the fraction. The denominator of a decimal point is the place value. Okay, and so it can only be 10, 100, 1,000, etc. for the denominator. For a percent, the denominator is always equal to 100 and is indicated by the percent symbol because percent means per 100. Okay, so 0.5 is the same as 5/10 because it's in the 5 is in the tenths place. 50% is the same as 50 over 100. Okay, because percent always has a denominator of 100. Okay, both 5/10 and 50 over 100 both equal 1/2. Okay, so here I have the fraction manipulative 1/10 has 10% and 0.1 printed on it. Change these two numbers into fractions. Okay, so 10% is the same as 10 over 100. Remember, percent means per 100, so we always have 100 on the bottom. And 0.1 is the same as 1/10, because the 1 is in the tenths place. Okay, so that example refers to the manipulatives we can use in the investigations that you would do in class. Okay. They all have a fraction, percent, and decimal printed on them. So for example, we have 1/2 equals 50%, which is the same as 0.5. 1/4 is the same as 25%, or 0.25. 1/10 is the same as 10%, or 0.1. 1/3 is the same as 33 and 1/3%, or 0.3. Now notice with the 0.3 we have this line above the 3. What that means is the decimal itself actually keeps going on and on and on and on. So that line above the 3 just means that the 3 repeats itself over and over. Okay, 1/5 is the same as 20%, or 0.2, and 1/8 equals 12.5%, or 0.125. So this question says if you fit 3 1/10 pieces together, you have what fraction of a circle? Okay, so if I put 3/10 together, I would end up with 1/10 plus 1/10 plus 1/10, which is 3/10. What decimal part of the circle do you have? Well, we know that 1/10 is the same as 0.1, so it would be 0.1 plus 0.1 plus 0.1. So the decimal would be 0.3. Okay, is this greater than or less than 1/2? Well, I know that 1/2 is 0.5, so that means that 0.3 is less than 1/2. Okay, all right. If you fit 3 1/5 pieces together, you have what fraction of a circle? Okay, well, 1/5 3 times would be 3/5. What's the decimal part of the circle? Well, remember a decimal has to be a 10 or 100. Okay, so 3/5 is the same as 6/10. Okay, so the decimal would be 0.6. Is that greater than or less than 1/2? Well, 0.6 is greater than 0.5, which is 1/2. So this is going to be greater than. Okay. All right, so now we're going to compare which ones are bigger. Okay, so on 4, we have 8/10 minus 4/10. So 8/10 minus 4/10 is 4/10. 4/10 is the same as 0.4. So that's going to be less than 0.5. Okay. For number 6, it says 0.5 and then 0.25 plus 0.25. So 0.25 plus 0.25. 5 plus 5 is 10. Carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. Plus 2 is 5. Okay. So we have 0.75 and 0.5. That means that 0.5 is bigger. Okay. For 7, we have 0.70 minus 0.10. So we'll go ahead and subtract that. Okay, 0, 6. Okay. So the 6 is bigger than the 5, so this is going to be greater than, because 0.6 is greater than 0.5. Okay, on this next one, we have 3/10 plus 2/10, and 3/10 plus 2/10 is equal to 5/10. And 5/10 is the same as 0.5. So these two numbers are equal to each other. Okay. On number 5, we have 1/4 plus 1/4. So 1/4 plus 1/4 is 2/4, which is the same as 1/2. So these two are equal to each other. And then on 9, we have 10/10 is equal to 1.0. Well, 10/10 is equal to 1. And 1 is equal to 1.0. Okay, and that's it for this lesson. Good luck on your homework.